Hello and welcome to the Book First Date Tag. I was tagged by Sandy at Sandy Says Reads. This is a new original tag created by Marlicia and by Tahlia. I'll leave links to both of their channels down below. The prompts for this tag are: number 1, what books do you regret buying? Honestly, I can't say I regret buying any. I mean, some I've read and they turned out to not be what I was hoping for, or, I've mentioned it, Wilcox. But even with his books, the benefit of reading it was the benefit of reading it and just gaining a bit more understanding of what are some people talking about. Number 2, do you DNF books? Why or why not? At what point do you DNF? If you do, how much time do you generally invest before DNFing? To start, do I DNF? Yes. An example is The Healing Magic of Forest Bathing. Now, it's an interesting book. There are some great tips and ideas, but I've read a number of books about earthing and nature and connecting with nature, so I ended up DNFing that. Not because it was a bad book, it's just something I've read so much, and because I spend so much of my time outdoors when I can, observing the plants, who the visitors are, fur, feather, insect, that it just didn't seem any point to keep reading ahead. And I've kind of explained the why or why not. If the book isn't keeping my attention, it's something I've already covered numerous times. For fiction, if it's just not working for me, then I'm kind of done. But it is very rare for me to DNF a book. I think of my 100 reads last year, I maybe DNF'd 2. They were both nonfiction. They were both authors I had tried before, and I was just, no, I'm good. Don't need to finish this. At what point? It's when it occurs to me there's nothing to be gained for me personally from the book, and that just depends on when I hit that point in the reading. So I can't say 10 or 100 pages in. I just know when I know. Number 3, is there a book you did not want to come to an end or just couldn't put down? The couldn't put down are a number of books, and I've quite often stayed up until 1 or 2 in the morning to finish a book. And yes, even when I was working full-time. So books like Blackwater, I'd waited 40 years to finish that. Thankfully, I'm home all the time, so I could stay up late to finish it. The Blackstone Chronicles, I'd read at least 15 or more years ago. That was one stay up and finish all night. There are a number of other examples that I could give. I've done that with some nonfiction books as well. If it's a topic that I'm really interested in and I want to get to finish, what was the author saying? So definitely there are many books I could answer for that. Number 4, have you experienced withdrawal after finishing a specific book, not wanted to move on to other characters, or wanted to reread the whole book or sections of it again immediately after finishing? No. When I've read a book and it's come to a conclusion, then I'm good with that. I may reread it a few months or what have you later, depending on, now does it tie into a book event? Am I just wanting to revisit the characters? Or, as I mentioned in my recent video about Hill House and Hell House. I'll eventually want to read Hill House again to figure out what I missed. Have you ever experienced withdrawal? I would say no. I don't think me not picking up a book again isn't so much because I've finished the book and I don't want to start with something else. It's I may want to get into one of my other hobbies or activities. The weather may be particularly good, so I want to get outside and do some yard work. There's a lot of different reasons that I may not get right into another book after I've finished one. Number 5, what keeps you invested in a book? I'll answer that in 2 parts. For fiction books, I want good characters, I want an interesting world, I want something to keep me going about what is the journey they're on, what are the different things they need to accomplish, and, so that keeps me going until the end. And I'm someone who definitely, I want a conclusion at the end. Those are books that I prefer. In terms of nonfiction, what keeps me invested? Is the information well written? Does it tie in with other books about the topic that I've read? Is it easy to understand and digest? In other words, is it written in a language that everyone can access the information? Because if it's all gobbledygook, big words that you got to keep grabbing the dictionary, then no, that's not my type of read. Number 6, what prompts you to pick up a book? Is it the cover, the blurb on the back, or something else? Depends on the book. I've done some cover buys. I've bought some because of the blurb on the back. Perfect example with that was Wilbur Smith's book, and it turned out the blurb on the back only applied to the first half of the book, which did not impress me. It may be that it's a book other people are talking about. There's a lot of different things that will motivate me to pick up a book. Or is it a program and something I can do at home that I may find of interest and benefit? Number 7, do you keep finished books to reread or do you unhaul them? If you've seen my 3-part book audit series, I keep them. And I have reread. One of the numbers that I didn't crunch doing that audit is how many of my books have I read more than once. And there's many of them that I've read at least 3 times. I definitely keep them, especially now when it's becoming more and more difficult to find books and replace them. I mean, my Michael McDowell books, if not for Valancourt, I wouldn't have been able to replace The Amulet or Cold Moon Over Babylon. There are other books that are very difficult to find now. So, no, once they come in my home, unless I'm absolutely sure I'm never going to read it or want to reread it, they stay. Who or what do you trust most for book recommendations? Myself. There are a lot of people who read books similar to me, so I enjoy watching Booktube videos, getting ideas and suggestions. I've had great suggestions in the comment sections from viewers, and I appreciate that. It's a great way to find new authors. But when it comes to getting new books, or certainly when I'm on my little shopping sprees at the thrift store, I'm typically looking for authors I know or subjects that I'm interested in, because I'm always trying to build up the different information and pull things together. I do trust and appreciate other people's book recommendations, but I pretty much when I'm out and about, I just kind of go with, does that fit with some of the other genres that I'm reading or have an interest in? The bonus question, 8.5, would you ever pick up a book and read it without knowing anything about it, or let someone else choose your book for you? Well, I did let someone choose five books for me. That was thanks to a tag by Kevin Toll. I absolutely loved it, and I'm still looking forward to those reads. They just haven't fit in yet. So yes, I do let someone else choose books for me. Always appreciate gifts of books. They're lovely surprises. Also, would I ever pick up a book and read it without knowing about it? Sometimes. I mean, I've certainly picked up my share of books through the thrift store that some of them wouldn't have been my typical buys, and I've enjoyed reading them. So, yes, to both of those. Number 9 is to tag some other people. I know I'm behind on tags. I may have sadly missed your video because I'm behind on watching videos as well. But I will say, if you would like to answer these questions, please do so. Be sure to tag me in the video so I can come enjoy your answers, as well as remembering to tag Marlicia and Tahlia so that they know their tag is still going around. Until next time, remember, be safe, be well, and big hugs.